In this video, I'll show you why good leads die inside your CRM and how to identify the leak and the simple workflow that can stop it from happening. So your CRM could be filled with people who requested a quote or downloaded something, made an inquiry, or spoke to somebody at some point in the past, and then they've just disappeared under a label or one of the following kinds of labels like new lead, follow up, or maybe later. And the frustrating part is that many of these leads were not actually bad leads. These were potential business opportunities, but they simply entered your CRM and nobody took ownership. So the purpose of this video is really to go through how this happens, how you can identify them, and how you can solve the problem. So your CRM might be storing leads and not managing them in any way. And what management means here is the lead goes into your CRM and there's no person as identified as the next person that should take that lead to the next stage. So there's no real owner. There's no salesperson that takes charge. No deadlines. Nobody knows what the next action should be. You just know that the first lead has gone in and it's got the standard status like new lead that you typically get. So it's just storing the lead and not doing anything. Well, there's a few things that you could do, and there are tools available that you can use and adjust to your particular case. And what I'm showing you on here is something from make.com. And within make.com, there are many templates that handle the most common CRMs. If your CRM is more custom, then you might want to get someone on board to help you fix it or create some sort of automation. But this one I'm showing on the screen, and I've provided the link there, is one where the CRM is HubSpot, and leads are being created from those from HubSpot based on company inquiries and company entries. So it's a fairly standard process that automations have and the templates have been created for. So you can take that, download it into your environment, and just customize it to your very own use case. If that's not sufficient and you need help customizing it, you can reach out to us and we would be sure to help. So the salespeople in your team, the issue is not whether they're working or not. They are definitely working. The issue is that based on this Salesforce study from 2026, salespeople spend most of their time doing a lot of non-selling things. So they spend 40% doing the selling, 60% non-selling, and 13% doing manual entry. So that's manual data entry, perhaps getting an address, the phone number of a potential lead, and the like. Whereas you could have software that would do this automatically. So why good leads go cold? Main reasons are that no one truly owns the lead. You don't have a process in place that determines what happens after the lead enters your CRM. If the CRM comes in, if the lead comes in through your website and it goes into your CRM and is placed in new lead, what happens next? Has something happened before it even became a new lead status? So do you send a message straight away? Do you ask them what they're after? Do you get their address, their phone number, any other information from them? What do you do to enhance that lead and to turn it into something that can actually be utilized and moved on to the next stage? So there's no specific next action. The process depends on somebody remembering to go and change that lead or chase the lead. And the follow-up is pretty much generic or inconsistent. So it might be during a busy week, nobody follows up on the leads. And then weeks when you're not busy, there's prompt following up. So what you want is something that's consistent, a system in place that will continue to chase them whether you're there or not. Now, every active lead needs four things. Needs an owner, so the person that's responsible for the lead. Even if it's shared across a team, one person must be responsible on a particular day, and that person is responsible for moving them to the next stage. So what is the next stage? What stage do they appear on your platform at, and what is the follow-up stage, or the following stage? What's the next action, and what date should that next action take place? So there's accountability, there's responsibility, and things progress without having any human involved. So AI is really only useful where the CRM data is useful, right? So if you have a lot of errors, duplicate information, or incomplete information, then AI will just use that and sending an email to an incorrect email address doesn't change anything. It just means you're spamming the world. So uh, the best thing is to make sure that before the lead goes into your system, that things are validated. If there's extra information that's needed, you retrieve that extra information. If they provide you a phone number, you can validate it by sending an SMS message to it. If it's an email, you can validate it just by checking that it actually exists, so that the quality of the data is something that's dependable and something that you can pass on to AI. Changing your CRM wouldn't change anything. Your CRM could be anything. Your CRM could be HubSpot, Go High Level. It could be a spreadsheet. It could be Airtable. It could be anything. The CRM is really a system that holds your leads and helps you manage them as they go from stage to stage. So changing the CRM will not fix it. What will fix your CRM issue is to have a process, make things automatically happen, and make sure that the next action, the next stage is clear. So if you want to implement something that would sort out your CRM situation and make sure that your leads don't go dead, then these are the different steps you want to follow. So a new inquiry comes in, you need to deduplicate that inquiry. So if that person's come multiple times, just make sure you save the information once, so that when you bring AI in, it's not sending messages to that same person like 3 times, spamming them. Um, if you need extra details, collect them at that point, because that's the point at which the lead has shown the most interest, and they'll be willing to give you the information because they've shown interest to begin with. Identify if there are any gaps and fill those gaps, of course, and then assign the lead to somebody. So we don't want the lead coming in on a Friday and nobody does anything till Monday. We want things happening in the background, like the gathering of information, handling the extra details, deduplication, all of that can happen straight away as soon as the lead comes in. So use AI to remove any gaps and make sure humans are there to handle the judgment side of things. So like any commitments, pricing decisions, if someone's asking for a refund or asking for a discount, those kind of decisions really should be done by a human. Right now, AI is not at a point where you can trust it to take that whole role on board. And other things that AI can help you do is, flag those missing details, request them, prioritize the lead. If it's urgent, handle it quickly, push things to the top of your queue, summarize your conversations and send them to you on Slack, and that sort of thing is what AI can do for you. So before, a broken version would be some like the lead arrives on a Friday evening, goes to a shared inbox, nobody sees it till Monday, right? And then when you do respond, you respond with a generic response and no task is created. So the lead goes cold by the Monday. However, if you have a system where the lead comes in regardless of time, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, whatever, the details are captured straight away because it knows if there's a crucial bit of information that you need that isn't part of what was sent. So you can request that. The urgency is identified, the owners assigned to that lead, and in some cases, the business owner or the responsible person is informed immediately, so that that lead, that potential client, is handled immediately and promptly, and they feel special because things are handled regardless of the time or day. Obviously, you don't pretend like he's a human when it's not a human. You let them know that it's an agent that's handling it, but they know that the information is being dealt with. So if you want to identify what in your CRM is dead and what isn't, go through your CRM, look at the names, or you can run a program through your CRM. And questions you want answered are: who owns that lead? Who owns each individual lead? Identify those that are not owned. What stage is that lead at? Are they still in new status after 6 months? What happens next for that lead? What's supposed to happen? And and when will that thing happen? So you can pull that report out within a couple of hours, and then you see what the gap is. So a CRM record is not really your sales process. So if you don't have a sales process, then collecting leads doesn't make any difference. But your sales process would demand that you have an owner for every lead, next action, deadline, and the consistent follow up. And then try and identify why leads go dead in the first place. And why are you running this operation where you have feast and famine in terms of your leads? Put something in place so that you have a conveyor belt of leads being processed and assessed, and you can start building data and start building some analytics around what's happening with your leads and how you're handling your customers. So that's it for the graveyard, the lead graveyard. I'm Ua, founder of AI, and we build AI solutions and automation solutions for businesses. Right now, we're pushing something for HVAC companies where we help them chase their estimates that they sent out that don't turn to book jobs. So there is a bit of automation there, but in this case, we're using actually humans to do the initial chasing, and then we bring in AI and automation in the background to do other intelligent searches and other touch points. So it's quite a clever way of handling stale estimates, and it's something similar to what happens with a lot of these companies' CRMs. So if you've heard anything here that's of interest, do reach out and I'll be sure to help you. But until next time, keep winning.